Oh, hey, okay. I'm willing to pay $10 to have this question asked to the room. That sounds like a great time filler. Let's do it. Oh, I should read the question first, too.
That would be good.
No, Max has vetted these
I
because
was
he's
going to
good
say,
at
please
his job.
free screen them before you blurt it out to the rest of the
No,
room.
I leave myself in the hands of Max. Max, take the wheel.
Yeah, Max.
When there's only one set of footprints, it was because Max was taking a break because he deserved it.
Yeah.
All right. Have any of you played an alternate reality game, an ARG? And if so, how did you like it?
No.
I have. Boards of Canada did a minor ARG to release Tomorrow's Harvest, and it was very fun. I had a lot of fun coordinating with other Boards of Canada weebs all over the world. And it was exciting. And then it was kind of like, here it is. Like, it wasn't a great ARG, but it was for a band, it was pretty good. Right? So, yeah, it was really, really fun. I think more people should do ARGs.
I've always wanted to, but every time, there are people who do this a lot, and they are way faster and at solving puzzles and way smarter than me.
Yeah.
And they usually solve it before I even hear about it.
Aww.
But, yeah.
You should get on the mailing list.
The mailing list? Yeah.
Wait, but do escape rooms count? They're technically an ARG.
Yeah.
It's more of an RG than an ARG.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a reality game
Yeah.
that you play in real life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. I have done plenty
I've
of
not
those.
played like an official ARG.
I have played at least two that I know of, one of which is an absurd story, so let's tell the other one first. I participated in the Year Zero ARG around the Nine Inch Nails album release for Year Zero. I was surprisingly deep into that one. I was digging through websites, I was doing the let's see what the spectrograph looks like for these audio files,
Oh yeah, you're writing stuff backwards.
Yeah, all over the place, digging into the source code. I didn't really find anything brand new. I didn't have a breakthrough that I could claim, but I devoted a couple of weeks to that.
Yeah, it was like me in the Boards of Canada one. People were like, "Oh, if only we could reverse this video." And I'm like, "Give me 30 seconds because I'm a video editor." And I was like, "Oh, there's nothing here." But I felt very involved. People were excited. They're like, "Oh, you can turn a video backwards," and I was like, "Yes, it's a setting in Final Cut."
Yeah. The Year Zero ones, it culminated in physical stuff. It was USB sticks
I
left.
remember that one. That was one of the first ones I heard of.
Yeah.
So because of that, it kind of became there was a certain point after which okay, you had to be in one of the major cities in the US to participate. But the other one, which was ridiculous, was there was one for the New York Public Library Centennial, their 100-year anniversary.
Oh, wow.
That was run by Jane McGonigal. It was called Find the Future. Jane McGonigal, famous for doing I Love Bees, the Halo ARG, as well as writing books on it and doing a bunch of other stuff. She's amazing. So what they did was they invited 500 people to come and spend the night in the main branch of the New York Public Library.
Oh, it's already so cool.
Be locked in overnight, not subject to normal library rules such as being quiet and stuff like that. You would explore the entire space, including the stacks. It was the first time they had ever let members of the public into the stack, anyone other than a trained librarian, into the stacks.
I mean, they probably had some trained librarians just on hand.
Oh, no, yeah, they were the ones who were escorting us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We had free reign of the rest of the place, but you had to be escorted in the stacks.
Good.
And they had QR codes all over the place and different things that were tied into different objects of art, and there was some image recognition with your phones and a whole bunch of different things, and it all culminated in different story prompts and stuff like that for various different teams, which we all together over the course of that night wrote a book called Find the Future, the 100-year anniversary of the New York Public Library. Wow. That book, there's PDF copies of it online, but the real copy that was printed and bound that night is still there. It's in the rare books room at the end of the Rose Reading Room at the New York Public Library main branch.
Wow.
You have to go there, and you can see it in person, but you have to go to the rare books room where they keep like their Gutenberg Bible and stuff and check it out.
Nice.
That's
And
so
if you-
cool.
And if you go there to the New York Public Library and type in my name, I show up as one of the authors of that book.
That's so cool.
Amazing.
How
It
did
was
you get
ridiculous.
to be the 500? Like, how did that?
They did it via an essay thing. It was just like, answer this, like, give us a 500-word or 1,000-word essay on, like, what does the future mean to you, or what does it mean? It was like kind of like a, how do you plan to, like, it kind of almost a where do you see yourself in 5 years thing. And I kind of spiked the question, so I didn't think I was going to get in at all. But I was just like, listen, like if you ask this question of people, everybody, no matter how exciting, boring, whatever, it's like, hey, what's this exciting thing that you want to do in 5 years? Everybody will have something. Everybody will write down something. What matters is that you do it. What matters is that you make doing interesting things a part of your daily life.
That's a good answer. I would have chosen.
It's like,
Yeah.
if you feel that fear, if you feel that nervousness of like, oh, I don't know if I should do that, but I kind of want to, and you feel like you'll regret it later, it's scary, but you lean into it and you go do it. That's how I'm here. That's how I was there.
If I may.
Yeah.
When I started getting on top of my anxiety
Yeah.
over the last couple of years, I realized a bunch of very subtle ways in which it had affected me before I had a major crisis with it.
Yeah.
I would talk myself out of doing stuff I wanted to
Yeah.
a lot of times.
Same.
I'd be like, oh, I have this cool, great idea, but maybe it'll be expensive and a pain in the ass and
Yeah.
it probably won't work out, and I just wouldn't do it.
It doesn't mean don't listen to reason or good ideas or
No.
whatever. It just, it's easy to, particularly if you have anxiety or depression, like which we do, like I definitely do. It's yeah. It's easy to talk yourself out of that. So instead, I was just sort of like, no, like, if you see a group of people in the field, go ask them what's up. What are you doing? Like if there's see
It's
what's
hard,
behind
and
unlocked doors.
yeah, you
Think
actually
about
have to,
what's behind things. Think about like when we were talking about Emily talking about the knitting thingy that I'm not going to knit, but I'm going to go home and I'm going to look up a bunch of knitting terms and like learn how all this stuff fits together because I just want to know.
A couple of things.
Oh, hey, you are here.
When you wind it into a ball like this,
Yeah.
they call it a cake.
Thank you.
Ooh, we learned something.
I want cake.
I have a hobby that I don't blog about deliberately.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounded. I go to a local makerspace and build stuff, but
Yeah.
two of the most valuable things I've gotten out of that have been tolerance to failure
Yep.
and what was the other one?
The tolerance to failure was one of the most valuable talks I ever
Hang
saw
on,
on
I had
Exit.
this-
So
I
yeah,
had
go
this
ahead.
just now. Oh, what was it? No, I had this so clear in my mind. No, it's gone like a fart in the wind.
Yeah.
If it comes back to me, I'll tell you.
Yeah, the tolerance to failure or make small projects was a thing that I got out of Darius Kazemi's lottery talk at XOXO, I want to say
Ooh.
2014.
Taming my impatience.
Ooh.
That's a hard one
Yeah.
because you can wreck stuff
Yep.
really easily
Yeah.
if you're just like, I want to jump to the cool fun part
Yeah.
and don't like take your time and actually
Yeah,
like, do
yeah.
it. That one's harder, maybe.
Yeah,
Well,
it can be,
my
for
life
sure.
would be great, but anyway,
Yeah,
I think if
it's-
you're trying to talk yourself into doing something that's slightly out of your comfort zone,
It's-
this may not work for you, but it certainly works for me. Earlier this year, actually, Erica and I went to go see a concert.
Oh, yeah.
I'm old and I never see concerts.
Same.
But yeah. but we sat at the side like civilized old ladies at a table, so we could see the stage and not have to mosh.
Yep.
But I was like, I want to go to a concert, and I should go to a concert. But like if I had been going by myself, I might have been like, I'm tired.
Mhm.
I'm not, and I was not feeling that great that night. My stomach was a little upset, but because I had somebody to go with, I felt obligated to go, and it was a really good idea.
Buddy system.
Yeah.
I had the exact same feelings. It's like, I don't want to go. I don't know. I don't feel
Yeah.
too great, but I don't want to let Kathleen down.
And like the pushing your comfort zone and like the buddy system stuff, like, it can manifest in big and small ways. Like I imagine there are a number of people who participated in the Desert Bus Craft Along for the first time this year, and that would have been like a big, exciting, scary step for them. And they did, and they made us all these amazing things. Like sometimes it is a small thing, sometimes it's a big thing, sometimes it results in these absurd stories, and sometimes it's just you go to bed feeling like you did the thing, and that's enough.
This is going to be really dorky.
Yeah.
There's a concept in artillery
Okay.
called fire for effect.
Yeah.
Just that you take your first best guess to establish your first point, and then you're like, okay, we overshot or undershot or
Yeah.
too far left or right.
Yeah.
You have to do that first one, and it's probably not going to land where you want it to, but you'll have a point of reference and be like, I'm trying to relate this to experiences you might have. It's like, oh, I didn't quite like that, but maybe something that's close to it, maybe something that's further away, or it's just like, I didn't quite succeed the way I wanted to, but I was like on the right track here. Like,
You started.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
I got very good advice early on saying try anything twice. The first time it's going to be a shock, you may not like it, but what may actually be that you're not liking is the part where you're so confused by it. So always try something a second time to figure out if you actually like doing it, or if it's new food, is it something you actually like eating or not, once you've gotten over the initial this is foreign.
Right.
It was really, really
That's
good
a good.
advice.
Yeah, I like.
All right, that was an unintentional feels time.
Yeah, we could dive down that rabbit hole forever, but it looked like you had something there, Ken.